Hey, how's it going? It's John Cam here. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to look at the camera. Hey, how's it going? It's John Cam here with a video on what you will need to build a website. Before you even get started, what do you need to start is what we're going to talk about today. So basically, all you need to start with is a basic computer. You don't need a high-end 100,000 gigawatts and all that. You don't need none of that stuff. No big RAM or anything. All you need is a standard computer. It can be the cheapest computer out there. Doesn't matter. Then what you need after that is you're gonna need a notepad, which should be, and most computers should be equipped into that computer already. But if not, you can always download a notepad to get started. Now the notepad, what that do is allow you to write code, and then it can be rendered into the browser once you're done writing that code. Now there are a lot of word editors, and that's what you would call it, a word editor. When you're doing your coding, it's called a word editor, and what you're going to use is the notepad to write that code. But you can also use another one that which is a better version of Notepad, which is called Notepad++. And I mean, there's more than just that. You can also use Sublime Text, brackets. There is also Atom, which is linked to, I think, GitHub or just Git. These are some that I do know. You can also use, if you have Dreamweaver, you can use that editor within inside of Dreamweaver to do your coding. But those are just a few to name. The one I use right now is Brackets, which is pretty cool. It renders words for you. It also gives you like a preview browser inside of Brackets. So I just use that one. It's no preference for me. I mean, they all do the same thing. They're gonna render code and onto the browser. Now the other thing too as well, you want to also look at the browser that you're using. I use Chrome browser to edit my websites, do the code for the websites, but you want to use more than just one browser, and reason being because all browsers is going to render a little bit different from each other. So you want to see how it's going to render in different browsers. So you don't only want to look at one, you want to look at multiple browsers. So the ones I stick with is Chrome, that's one. Then I use Firefox, and also I will use either Internet Explorer or Edge. To me, they are about the same. But I will use one of the two or both, depending on how I feel at the time. But I only generally use three, because you really don't need that many, but you want to at least be able to look at 3 to 4 different browsers to see how it's going to render in each browser. In most cases, a lot of it's going to be the same, but there's going to be differences here and there depending on how the code is rendered in those browsers. I mean, that's pretty much all you need to get started in yourself. And then from that point, you need to start learning HTML. The first thing you want to learn is HTML to get started. And I would say just look at a few tutorials. I'm going to build my own tutorial that you can watch of HTML. And you can, learn from that as well. But you want to, look at some code, Google HTML. And they will show you how it works. And I'm also have my own videos, as I stated before, to show you how HTML works. And then from there, you will move on to CSS. I'm not going to go any further than that, because those are the main two things that you need just to get basic started doing website, is learning HTML and learning CSS. Once you learn that, you good to go as far as building websites. Now, there's more than HTML, CSS, which I will cover in a later video. But for now, all you need is a computer, a word editor like Notepad, Notepad++, Sublime Text, brackets on them, or any editor you can find. It's just a preference. It doesn't matter which one you use. It's more of a preference because they all have different features. But other than that, that's pretty much all you need to get started. So get your computer if you don't have one, or you can also go to the library if you don't have one and do it from there. You know, I'm pretty sure you get like an hour or two to be on the computer, so that gives you enough time to learn a little bit of HTML and CSS and to test out editors to see how they function. And then you can, you know, you necessarily don't even need the internet to actually even do this either, but you do want to have internet as well because it helps to see how things work on live once it's live. But you don't need an internet either. So just so you know, you don't need internet to do websites. But once you're trying to launch it, of course, you're going to need the internet. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for now. If you have any questions on this video, hit me down below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be back with more. See you later. Peace.